Untitled Chapstick. Listen, first things first, I'm not gonna be bumping my gums at y'all with some crusty ass lips. Y'all know how this goes already, okay? Let's dive in. What's up, everybody? My name is Taekwon. You can call me Tay. Welcome to the Normal Vlogs. And today I'm so excited to finally share that I am living out one of my biggest dreams of backpacking through Japan for an entire month. I have been fascinated by the culture, the food, and the sights of Japan since I was a kid, and now I'm going to get to experience it firsthand. From the bustling streets of Tokyo to like the very quiet rural areas, I'm really looking forward to immersing myself in this vibrant culture. Like, Japan is just such a beautiful place. Every time I see pictures, every time I see the food there, every time I see someone sharing photos or videos, or I see TikToks, Instagrams, Reels, whatever the case may be, I'm always like, golly, I gotta be there. Like, I just have to check it out. Not only am I gonna be able to like see the most beautiful places like Hiroshima and Mount Fuji, I'm also going to be able to taste the most amazing dishes. And I'm talking about ramen, sushi, and everything in between. Now, in my experience with backpacking, it can be daunting at times, but I know that at the end of this, it's going to be a life-changing experience that I will never forget. To help others who are wanting to do this same kind of experience or have the same kind of journey, I am creating this YouTube video on how to pack for backpacking through Japan. In this video, I'm going to be sharing a lot of tips and tricks from my own experiences of backpacking so that you can make the most out of your travels and just have an amazing time. It's important that when you're traveling in Japan that you're taking into consideration the method of travel that you're going to be using while you're out there and how this is going to impact your packing list. If you plan on taking a plane, there are certain restrictions and regulations on what can be brought in a carry-on luggage, as well as any items that might need to be checked in prior to your departure. It's really important that you're reading up on all the regulations and that you're taking care of everything before you actually arrive at the airport. Now, in comparison, if you're traveling by like a ferry or maybe if you're taking the train, then there might not be such heavy restrictions, but you do have to check the regulations in regards to the sizing of your baggage. As a general rule of backpacking Japan or anywhere really, I think it's best to just practice packing light. In my experience last year when I was traveling through Europe and North Africa backpacking with my mom, my dad, I found that I didn't really need a lot of the things that I brought. So this time around, I'm going much lighter on the clothes that I bring, but I might be going a little heavier on the equipment I bring. For those of you who don't know, I'm a content creator and I'm a yogi. So right now, I'm trying to blend the two and include travel into all of this so I can just be making content, traveling, doing yoga, and also teaching online. With all that being said, it's important that I'm being very mindful of all the items that I'm bringing and what is going to be actually essential for my journey. What you do, what you bring to the table may make your backpacking situation a little bit more different. I'm going out there to create content, to enjoy my travels, and to do yoga. So I'm going to be bringing some equipment along on this trip. I have to be very mindful of the clothes that I bring, the equipment I bring. I can't bring a yoga mat. It's just not on the list of things that I want to be carrying around while I'm out there. So I just have to be very considerate of what I need for my journey and what's going to actually work for the goal or the project in mind while I'm out there. No matter what mode of transportation you're actually going to be using, I think it's important to remember to keep all of your traveling documents on you while you're on this journey. Visas, passports, etc. And any medication that you might need, please keep these things on you at all times. Me personally, I like to take photos of all of these things on my phone so I have a copy of it there just in case, you never know. And also make sure that you're keeping all of your important documents somewhere safe where you can always find them and that they're organized. It's also important to make sure that you have any special permits, that you have all of your vaccines taken care of, or that you've gotten tested within 72 hours prior to heading to Japan. The last thing you want to do is run into any issues when you land there. It's really important to be aware of the weather climates before you're traveling to any destination. Japan has 4 distinct seasons. Spring is March to May, summer is June to August, Fall is September to November, and winter is December to February. Now, I'll be heading out March 15th. This means I'm like right at the beginning of spring. So hopefully, I get cherry blossom season throughout the whole time I'm there. We originally booked this for February, and then we were like, wait, when's cherry blossom season? Like, we gotta go out there for that time frame. And we rebooked now to March 15th. And I'm thinking that this is gonna work. I'm thinking we're gonna see a lot of the cherry blossoms as we travel through. So fingers crossed for me, everybody. In the springtime, which is when I'm going, and this is something I really have to be careful with when I'm packing, the temperatures are mild, but the humidity can be really high due to the rainy season. Now, if you're traveling during the summer months, temperatures can get really high, and you have to be careful because you can get hit with really strong storms during this time. So just be mindful of this whenever you're packing, trying to figure out what you want to wear, what you want to bring. We have to pack for the season, for the climate, for the temperature. And if you are traveling during some of the hotter times of the year, consider bringing layers for the cooler days. And also just remember, if you can bring any UV protective wear to take care of your skin, hats, long sleeves, anything like that during the hotter times of the year, definitely bring that along. It's really important that we're taking care of our skin throughout this whole process. If you have been following me now for a while, you know that I'm a skincare junkie and I want to take care of the biggest organ, my skin, and that is top priority for me. As Japan moves into some of the warmer months, I think it's important to remember to pack things that are comfortable but also stylish. For me as a content creator, I want to be able to give looks. And I don't know if I can really do that if I don't have that much space to work with in my backpack. And I have created a list of clothes that you are going to need for Japan. So based off of this list, kind of see what you can work in regards to creating looks, outfits, things that are going to be very stylish for you, but also are going to be very convenient and comfortable at the same time. We're gonna need some lightweight jackets. Something that we can just roll up, throw in the bag if we need to. Cotton t-shirts. These are just essential. Like, they're perfect for layering should it get too cold. Lightweight pants. Sweatshirts and hoodies are a must. If you have any scarves or wraps, also bring them, but make sure that they're light. You don't really need any heavy scarves during the springtime in Japan. Cardigans, light sweaters. Definitely don't forget your rain jacket. There's a chance that there could be lots of rain during this time of the year. And then in regards to shoes, make sure you always have a pair of sandals and also some lightweight shoes. The reason why we bring sandals is because for me, I'm staying at a hostel and using the common showers, that is not something that I want to walk into with my feet. So make sure that you are wearing sandals. A lot of people don't realize this, but like, people are gross. And you want to make sure that you are keeping yourself safe in these spaces. Although from what I understand, Japan is very clean and they make sure to take care of their showers in these hostels. Like, from what I hear, it's like spick and span. So definitely something to consider whenever you're traveling is bringing some sandals that you can wear in the shower, so you're not stepping on the actual tiling. That's how people get like all kinds of infections and who knows what else is sitting in those showers. So when it comes to choosing the right bag for backpacking, this can go many different ways. If you're a smaller person, then you might want to go with a smaller type of backpack. And I'm not talking about one of your typical backpacks like when you're going to school. I'm talking about a backpack, a backpacking backpack. This thing is about half of my body. It's huge. I want to read to you a little bit of the stats on this. By the way, this is not sponsored, but this is a Teton Sports Explorer 4000. It carries about 5 pounds worth of stuff in here. The dimensions are 32 by 18 by 12, and it's a 65-liter bag. Now, my last backpacking bag was 42 or 45 liters. So this is a little bit of a step up from my last one. I'm very excited because it has lots of outside pockets that I can use, which my last one didn't really have. And then it's got a really huge inside. I mean, this thing goes so deep. There's a bottom pocket here if I need to pack anything else, which I'll probably put my shoes and stuff down here. And then down below here is a zipper that has a waterproof casing that I can wrap around this bag should it start raining and I'm like walking with it. I don't know how that's gonna go when I go to check in at the airline. I'm gonna go ahead and do my research and make sure that I can bring her, or maybe I have to check her in. I don't know. We're gonna see. But I'm excited because I have more room. I have more room from the last time I went backpacking. I learned last time that I really don't need much. As long as I have my underwear, my socks that will last me 8 days, then at some point I'm gonna find a place where I can wash my clothes. This was something that I really came to terms with when I started getting down to the nitty gritty of my underwear last time. I was like, oh my God, am I gonna have to start wearing these things inside out? But you know, a lot of these hostels have laundromats. So when it comes down to laundry, this is why it's so important to pack lightweight, because you don't want to have a lot of laundry. You don't want to be carrying around a lot of dirty clothes. Sometimes you might not get the chance to actually hit a laundromat, or you might not have anywhere to wash your clothes for a little bit. In my experience, I've been very fortunate to not, have to walk around with a lot of dirty clothes. I've been able to wash my clothes when I need to, but definitely make sure that you are giving yourself enough clothes in the underwear and socks department to last you at least 8 days. A week is good, but give yourself that extra day just in case. You just never know. Let's talk about shoes a little bit. Depending on your activities, it's going to dictate what kind of shoes you bring. I prefer lightweight shoes, and the reason for that is because you walk around a lot when you're backpacking, or at least I do. I find myself walking quite a bit. I don't like to use too much public transit when it comes to taxis. If I'm in a place, I'd much rather walk and explore and see the city from a walking point of view. And I think that if I had heavy shoes, I would not really enjoy the experience. So when you are backpacking, you want to make sure that you pack some really lightweight shoes that you can walk around in, that are comfortable, that you can also put away and pack very easily. You just never know what you're going to get into. And if you do know that you're going to be doing something a little bit more rigorous, like say hiking Mount Fuji, maybe you want to go ahead and purchase or rent some hiking shoes while you are out in that place. To be carrying around like hiking shoes during your trip can be a bit much. Maybe you're wearing them the whole time. If you can do that, kudos to you. Me, I'm comfort over everything else. So I'm going to go for something super light, something that I can just put on and go, and then I don't have to worry too much about them getting dirty or anything. These are like the kind of shoes that I'm like, if they get fucked up, they get fucked up. I'm okay with that. Like, that's totally fine. When packing, it's sometimes really hard to determine what is necessary and what I can actually leave behind. This time around when I'm doing this, it's going to be a little bit easier because I've already had one backpacking experience. I know I don't need a lot of the extra stuff. I know the essentials are my underwear and my socks for the most part. Everything else is kind of like up in the air. A jacket, a lightweight jacket is definite. I know I'm gonna need 2 t-shirts. I know I'm gonna need 2 long sleeves, and I know I'm gonna need at least 1 sweater. I'll have 2 pairs of jeans, I'll have 1 pair of shoes, and I'll make sure that I have my flip-flops. That is it. That is all I need during this journey. Anything else I can buy while I'm out there. If I absolutely want something, I can buy it. You know what I mean? I'd rather have the space in this big ass bag to put stuff that I bought from Japan, as opposed to me going out there and I don't have room to actually bring back something. Also consider that when you're packing for your trip. Do you want to have space to actually bring some stuff home? When I tell you last time I backpacked in the UK and North Africa, girl, like there were so many things I was seeing that I was like, oh my God, I want that. Oh my God, I would love to bring that home, but I don't have the space in my backpack because I brought too much stuff. So just be considerate of that as well. It's not something that we really think about while we're packing, because we think, oh my God, we're gonna need this. Oh my God, I'm gonna need that. How can I live my life without this? But the reality is you can do a lot without the basic comforts that your home provides. You can do a lot without the normal routine of your everyday life. And that is what backpacking is about for me. It's about breaking that routine, allowing yourself to be humbled, allowing yourself to not be in the same comforts of your normal box that you live in on a regular basis, it rips you out of that. You have to get really comfortable with being uncomfortable, and you have to be able to live with little to nothing. And the really beautiful thing about it is it shows you that you can really do without a lot of the basics in your life. You think that you own these objects, and at the end of the day, these objects own you. With all that being said, when it comes down to your toiletries, let's make sure that we're packing what's most important. Skincare for me is really important, so I'm making sure that I have travel sizes of everything, that I'm bringing all of my little pouches and packets. I'm not bringing my full bottles of skincare. I'm bringing all of the travel stuff that I've gotten, and something that I could just slide into my bag easily and I don't have to think about. When it comes down to your toiletries, you want to make sure that you have your toothbrush. You want to make sure that you have floss. Or actually, you can probably buy floss out there. You can buy toothpaste out there. You can buy a toothbrush out there if you absolutely need to. For me, I'm a little bit OCD with my hygiene. I like to do tongue cleaning. I like to pool in the mornings with coconut oil. I make sure that I do a full nasal wash in the mornings with like a neti pot. These are things that I can't fully bring over there. The tongue cleaner is essential. I have to bring that, but I can't bring a full tub of coconut oil over there to pool in the morning. It just doesn't make sense. So think about what is really important to you and then see how that fits into your packing. I absolutely love to pack in the most minimal way. You really get to go through everything that you want to pack and then see what you actually need. Wants versus needs. This is so important to tap into when you're thinking about packing for backpacking. Once you've identified all of your necessary items, it's time to leave behind all of the stuff that isn't essential. This can include clothing or shoes that don't necessarily fit properly in your bag. This could be books or equipment that you want to bring along for the trip, but they just really don't have a place in your bag. There's no space. The minimalist approach to packing really requires you to scrutinize your packing choices and make sure that everything included in your bag actually serves a purpose. This can really make your whole travel experience so much more enjoyable. Not only does it give you more space in your bag and it feels lighter weight, it allows you to live a simpler life. And who doesn't want that? Plus, if you find yourself in need of anything during your journey, chances are you'll be able to find something locally instead of having to lug this thing around in your backpack. So let's give minimalism a try whenever we're tackling packing for backpacking. You really don't understand how transformative this can be in your life. I also want to quickly say that sometimes packing can be the worst part of someone's adventure. Like, I've heard people say, oh my God, I still have to go pack. Oh, it's the worst part. Oh, I hate packing. Let me tell you something. Make packing a ritual. It's honestly a great way to get inspired and have fun. For me, it's an opportunity to express myself in a very fun and creative way. Like, I'm making a vlog out of this. And as a content creator, it feels good. It feels really good to pack and also create content. So maybe for you, it's having fun and vibrant colors when it comes to organizing your packing and having everything be very color-coded and organized in a really beautiful way. Maybe it's taking photos of the process and sharing like your little tips and tricks along the way when it comes to packing. A lot of people, you'd be very surprised, want to know more about how to pack. And when it comes to backpacking, a lot of people don't know. When it comes to just packing in general for any kind of a trip, a lot of people don't know. So share your tips, share your knowledge. Like, people want to hear more about your journey and what you're doing, where you're going. And this is a great way to start the story. With a little bit of mindful packing and some intentional creativity, you can make the process of preparing for your next trip just as enjoyable as the journey itself. So to round things out, remember, when packing, be sure to stay organized, bring all of the necessary items, and leave everything else behind. What do you actually need? And don't forget to make it a ritual of inspiration for yourself and for others. The better organized you are before you leave for the trip, the smoother everything will go during your travels. I hope you have an amazing adventure, and if you want, please follow me along for my adventure through Japan. It's going to be so much fun, and I'm so excited to take you all on along for the ride. I will be documenting everything, so please make sure that if you like this video, you hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe down below if you want to follow me along for my Japan adventures. Leave a comment below with your packing tip. I want to know more. I'm sure the community wants to know more, and the more that we know, the more we grow. So go ahead and share your tip, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. I believe I'm going to be in Tokyo first, so I'm going to do the Tokyo vlogs. Thank you again for watching, and I hope that you all have the most beautiful rest of